Okay, so B part 2 says explain how each ion, the calcium 2 plus and the chloride minus, is formed. And your answer should explain why these elements form ions. So why do they go to ions? And then explain the charges of both the ions in terms of the electron arrangement of the atom, the number of protons, and the number of electrons. Okay, so and the charge, sorry. Okay, so make sure that you cover all those points. So now, if we look at calcium first of all, right? So we know that calcium has 20 electrons and 20 protons. So it actually shows you in the middle here, 20 protons, 20 plus, so that means 20 protons. Okay, so it wants to have a stable outer shell, and therefore must lose the 2 electrons in its outer shell to become Ca2 plus. It is positive as it has more protons now than electrons. All right, so that's pretty much it, and has an electron arrangement now of 288, so from 2882. Okay, now chlorine has a unfilled outer shell of 287 with so it's got 17 electrons and 17 protons. To become stable, it must gain an electron and fill the outer shell. This makes the ion Cl minus with electron arrangement of 2, 8, 8. It's negative as it has 18 electrons and 17 protons. Okay, so it has more negative than positive. Okay, so this is an excellence question, and it really has, that's pretty much the full answer there. Obviously, it still has achieved merit parts as well. Now, if you want the merit from this one, you need to be able to define that something just basic about an atom may lose or gain an electron to become and make the outside shell full. So you're really talking about making it full. Or if you say that calcium is 2 plus because it has lost 2 electrons, or chloride is 1 minus because it has gained 1 electron, so that's an achieved mark. Or if you've said something about that the charge is based on the electron arrangement and the atomic structure in terms of its protons and electrons, you've sort of vaguely mentioned something like that, you can get an achieve for that too. Merit marks can come from explaining that calcium needs to lose 2 electrons and chloride needs to gain 1 electron for it to have a full outer shell and be stable. So both of those. So not just one or the other, you're talking about both. Or you could talk about that the charge is to do with the balance of the protons and electrons of the ion. So, the relationship between the electrons and the protons in terms of positivity or negativity. And you must be able to show how you know that as well. And for the excellence, obviously, you have to have this full answer. You also actually need to have this part I